All right, let's get back into this. Opie and Anthony, Patrice O'Neal in studio. Phone's lit. Brooklyn Ace, I think Anthony should run for Senate.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure the sets for Sam tapes should really get me into office.
Yeah. Tim in Portland, I paid over $2 million in taxes last year. It needs to get over it. Let me just run down this. Bill in California, there's no law that says you have to pay income taxes. That old gag.
That old gag?
I know it's real, but really...
Yeah, try it.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at by that old gag. Yeah,
all they do is say, yes, you do, and
that's it.
If you don't...
that's it.
You understand how we're living, man?
Yeah, hold on a minute.
Scary.
Ant doesn't know how right he is. There's a lot of dudes out here who will look at this guy as a martyr, even though you didn't say martyr with this guy, did you?
Yeah, I said a lot of people will look at him, or there are certain people that will look at him as a martyr,
right? As
a patriot.
Talking about the guy who crashed into that building, the IRS building in Austin. What about Charlie Rangel? He hasn't paid taxes for years, and he just gets a pass. I've been battling the IRS for 12 years. There's just thugs for Congress. I've had problems with the IRS, and while I don't agree with this guy, I understand. Yeah. And if this guy listens to all the tax relief commercials you guys air, he wouldn't have run the plane into the building. So, Patrice, I got a note that you were just foaming listening to the show on your way in today, huh?
I wish I could go back in time and, sorry. Is that
no, it's fine.
I wish I could go back in time and not be so fucking dumb. Because I think when they say youth is wasted on the young, I think it means we're all irrelevant right now. Mm-hmm. The people that are fucking mad, it don't matter. We're old, we're stuck. I love my ceiling fan.
Yeah.
I got some dogs. Mm-hmm. Bitch needs some shoes. Something happens to say I need to pay. You're
in your rut.
You are a willing participant in this shit.
Oh, we've been brainwashed. Many years of growing up in this. We're just kind of brainwashed.
You're part of the machine.
Part of the machine. But I heard a guy do an interview one time on one of these, like the InfoWars, the Alex Jones kind of thing. He was just doing an interview. And it was on iTunes. And he said something, and it stuck with me just in a practical way. He said, aren't you just, like he was talking about, like how the government has a thing they call, Bohemian Grove, where they just all go there and all the leaders of the world put on suits and they burn owls, and it's a fact. It's not a pretend thing. And he just goes, that doesn't bother you? Like, he didn't even try to make a point. He goes, doesn't that just bother you? And so at the end of the day, the fact is, the government owes the bank. Mm-hmm. The bank of the Federal Reserve Bank. It owns the government. The government owes them money.
Yeah, when you owe someone, they own you.
The government owns us. We are here only to pay the government back for the money it owes the bank. That's what we are. And fuck the argument. That doesn't bother you?
We're just the fucking batteries in the Matrix.
They don't take all your money because they don't have enough people to stop 300 million people from fucking shit up.
From taking all our money.
All of it. It's arbitrary.
But you know something? When income tax first started, if they said 50%, give us half your shit, there would have been a revolution when they first did it. Immediately.
We're living worse.
But they're able to just, every few years, they change the tax code, which I talked about just before, which is a giant fucking volumes of shit no one could possibly understand. No one could possibly fucking understand.
But there's people who are so willing. And this is the thing, it can't happen without our own help. This is why I hate people.
This is why I hate people.
I hate the TSA. I hate the fucking meter maids.
Yeah.
I hate people whose job it is to fuck you because it's their job. And they just say,
that's a lot of people's jobs, though.
They go, yes. It's like, listen, we need you to just give out tickets. We don't give a fuck. Guy's trying to get into work. He parks. He might come out. It's 30 seconds overtime. give him a fucking $65, $75.
And all he's trying to do is his job. It's not like he's decided to park there and do something leisurely. He's actually trying to get his job done for that. And the politicians just look the other way. That shit drives me fucking nuts because you hear from these companies, they go, well, I had to go down to City Hall and make a deal with them because I owed over $100,000 in parking tickets for doing his job and for his employees doing their jobs.
They don't care.
Right.
And the money doesn't exist. The money doesn't. This is why they print it all. Because here's the thing. Have you ever looked in your bank account? I mean, I know you got a lot of money, but you still must just enjoy hearing the fucking balance from time to time on something.
No, nowadays it just makes me nervous.
Because I've gone into my account. I'm not at a place where I go not into my account. Mm-hmm. And sometimes there might be $1 missing or 10. I go, I know that I had something. 10. And I got something. Not 10, 4.
It's like, what?
So I'm like, somebody just took something. Cause I swear to God, I paid for, a coffee once. It was $2. I paid with a credit card. We don't have, money's useless right now. So once all the money is just garbage and we're paying it, they could just take it. They don't need to come and send the army to take your shit. They just take your shit. Pay back somebody. See, this is where we talk about race a lot on this show and shit, man. I love talking about race because I think this shit is fun.
Yeah.
I think it's fun not liking other motherfuckers for what they do. Exactly. But at the end of the day, I don't have any hatred because I know it's a scam to get I used to hate the militia guys in the hills. Mm-hmm. You know, they paint them to me as a black man, crazy motherfuckers who are out to kill me. That's their point. KKK, they're practicing to kill me. Yeah. Those guys are practicing for the government. Cause they don't want to fucking pay taxes. They're well read about the fucking, the Constitution. Mm-hmm. When they go, the Second Amendment, guns, no guns. To me, if you're not educated to some degree. Yeah. You go, oh, why the fuck do these crazy goddamn crackers need guns? All they gonna do is come kill me. What the fuck? Fuck that, get them. But now I know, once you learn, oh shit, it's to protect you from what's going on right fucking now. Cops are out of hand. I mean, look, there's some, where I grew up, a cop is a cop because he got his uniform on. We didn't give a fuck about a cop. Cop was the enemy. As I get older, own property, meet police.
Yes, exactly.
And humanize them, right? Mm-hmm. I go, damn, I don't just say, oh, fuck a cop, but there are cops who think they're the police because they're the police. They not the law. There used to be things you could say, like, hey, man, you can't just do that to me, cop. They have a thing called disorderly conduct, which erases all your horse shit that you think you know about the law. It's essentially to say, I can do anything I fucking want to you.
Oh, you can be brought in for anything.
Anytime.
Yeah, anytime. Disorderly conduct.
Don't question authority.
Disorderly conduct is that one of those things where it's like, I didn't like what you just said to me.
Yes. And here's the problem. Fuck all the top people. It's us doing it to each. We just say yes. I will fuck other people.
Yeah, we're at the bottom of the little marionette strings. You know?
We just go yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So guy, and fucking African, quote unquote, tries to blow up a plane. This inept little douchebag
with his underwear bomb.
With his underwear bomb to get us to submit to showing my non-big dick in an X-ray.
I know. Now we gotta all show our penises.
My funny hanging balls. Some cunt, some fat bitch from Newark. She gets to see my balls hang, and she gets level 12 clearance. It's bullshit.
I'm gonna make my balls very gamey for now on when I have to fly.
Just so they can see a fungus.
Yeah, just very gamey.
Let something grow to it becomes explosive material.
But Patrice, you're going off on a lot of different tangents here,
Not really.
which is fine.
It's the same.
Not really.
But bring it back to the guy who crashed his plane down there in Austin.
It's all the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
For that. He feels like he'd rather die.
And why doesn't the mainstream media, because when we say the media, people go, you're the media. Why doesn't the mainstream media pick up on some of these points? And why do they just go for the easy out and just go, well, another fucking kook decided to blah, blah.
Because they're the TSA. they're the National Guard who, if they're told to come and lock down a community, or they're the guys in the movies with the helmets on that say you got the outbreak monkey shit. The news are just they're told what to fucking do, and they do it.
Listen, and going with that point, we have 8 TVs in the studio right now. We have a guy that flew a plane into a building yesterday because he's a bit disgruntled, and some say he's just a crazy man, whatever. But it certainly should open up a discussion. But instead, I'm watching the TVs around our studio set up for the big Tiger Woods fucking press conference today. Look, there's a guy. He's live. He's a local guy. He has to be there for the big Tiger Woods press conference today, which is a nothing press conference that's going to last less than 5 minutes. It means fucking nothing to just about every single person that's going to watch this horse shit on TV today.
Open dialogue on
they don't want that. I'll tell you what they'll do. They'll fucking shake Haiti again before they let this motherfucker. They'll figure out how to make Haiti another earthquake so we can sing songs so that this motherfucker looks like a lone kook that you don't talk about, but this motherfucker killed himself.
Reading his fucking letter, dude, you understand his frustration.
But look at this. They're discussing, maybe I can pop it out.
They're discussing Tiger.
Yeah, you think about that, and I think David Faraday, the golf analyst, said he wouldn't be surprised if he sees Tiger take the whole year off.
Wow, really?
People think he's going to go back to rehab, and then... The feeling
is
killed himself. He's probably going to play in the
plane.
The Arnold Palmer event, which is just outside of his house.
This is what they need to discuss.
Mad at the IRS.
And they're just discussing it in a serious manner, like they should be discussing the guy that just flew a plane into a building.
This is David Blaine waving his hand over to the left while he does something over here on the right.
I mean, it's just because
this is what they're discussing today. I've barely seen coverage on the plane crash. Barely.
That's a story from outside here. Let's send it back to you guys in the next hour.
Thank you, Duke. All right, you can see Tiger's comments right here on Fox News this morning at 11 o'clock.
Thank you.
How about an open discussion about taxes and the government and why an individual would do something like this instead of just writing it off as a manifesto, a wandering, crazy diatribe? How about you just openly discuss it? I like what Patrice said about we are more fucked now than we were when we left England.
When this country was created.
When it was a colony, and England said, send your shit. You could live there, but send all your shit over to us. All the riches and good shit, because you belong to us still. And then the Patriots said, you know something? I like this place. Fuck the king. Fuck this shit. This is now us. We live here. And then England goes, hey, no, fuck you. We're yours. All right? War. Now we're going to fight you to keep this shit. It's worse now than it was then. Yep. They're asking for a lot more. Yep. Even in, now dollars and shit like that. I always liked the quote, the tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. You would never hear a politician say that.
Are you willing to take a bullet, though?
I am much too important.
On the LIE.
I am much too important. I know exactly.
Are you willing to get smoked for your belief?
That quote is Thomas Jefferson, who is looked at as the fucking patriot, national hero, fucking founding father. But he said shit like that if you said it now, you're locked the fuck up as some kooky militant militia guy.
And here's the thing: if you look at the Constitution, they put things in order
of importance
to keep England from fucking you in your asshole.
They didn't say in no particular order.
First thing, the news.
Yeah.
Meaning what you just said. Why is this douchebag talking about Tiger when this guy
talking about something a little more serious?
Thinking he did a revolutionary act to please everybody. Listen,
right.
The freedom of press. The freedom for people to go, no, this is some fucked up shit going on, but the press isn't free. Fox is, they own news. CNN owns news. This shit is, so the second thing is guns.
Right.
They thought that the people should have pistols.
Number 2 with a bullet, guns.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Thriller, the thriller of Constitution. No. The Eagles, best greatest hits. album, number one, the Eagles of the Constitution was the press should be able to say anything they fucking want. They expose this bullshit. Number two, in case you said that,
without persecution.
Thriller was fucking. And then I don't even know what AC/DC Black.
I think that's one of those wacky. You shall not be able to take a soldier and put him in your house and board him during some type of war or peacetime.
There's a term called posse comitatus. You know, you just be on there. One thing leads to another. Posse comitatus, right? It's a law, supposedly. You know, they made it. The Army can't do civilian police work.
Right.
If you see an Army in your neighborhood, a motherfucker with Army shit, that's illegal. The government is not supposed to be sending the fucking Army to do shit in your neighborhood. It's standing Army where you live. It's illegal. But whatever. But that's what we are. Hey, what you going to do? They want what they want. $2 million. Hey, stop complaining.
Stop complaining.
I play my tithes. You douches.
The guy doesn't even understand. I understand you paid over $2 million in taxes last year. Were you happy?
Let's say hi to Tim in Portland.
Hey, Tim, were you happy paying over $2 million in taxes? And what percentage of what you make is $2 million?
Honestly, I got to set this up the right way and say that I used to be a poor black kid in the Bronx, and I grew up and I got into microprocessing. And, so I always dreamed about being rich, and now that I am, it really doesn't. I just look at it this way. The government is the biggest mafia in the world, and you got to pay to play.
Got to pay to play.
And you're okay with that?
No, I'm not okay with it, but I believe that the asshole who killed himself would have killed himself for another reason. He was nuts. It had nothing to do with taxes.
Well, when is enough going to be enough, though? That's the question today. That's the question today as they continue to take more and more of your money, and you do feel out there something is going on, something's bubbling. And what is that going to lead? Is that going to lead to anything? Maybe it never leads to anything. I don't know.
And when will you feel?
Yeah, when will you feel it?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, honestly, I always feel like something's bubbling because I'm a black guy, but I mean, honestly, I'm always afraid of people. So the idea of a bunch of people getting together with this fervor, I mean, first they're pissed off about the taxes, then they're coming for my ass.
And it's a big plan, too, brother, because, listen, it's like everything in this world, right? This is a lottery. We got to have some people hit a lottery so everybody can think that they can win.
Right.
So when you have a bootstrap story like you picked yourself up from the Bronx, we have to hear these kind of stories to make people who might fly a plane into a building for some reason
go, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, right. Go,
maybe
hey,
tomorrow's
this
my
guy's
day.
an asshole.
Where I get to make my million.
Because I did it. But it's not, this is a system, man, that's based on, like a lot of women don't understand, right? The women's the women's liberation movement. They think it was based on, hey, we're tired. It's wrong to just continue to fuck women on every level. No, it's because these bitches was home raising the kids and they wasn't getting taxed. They didn't make no motherfucking money. So get these bitches riled up so they can go out there and make some money so we can take that shit because we owe.
Half the population isn't paying taxes.
Hold on a minute.
Get them out there working.
Hold on a minute.
Probably going to look down if he's really feeling emotional.
Do you think he should read from a statement, or do you think he should just say it from his heart?
Reading from a statement is the worst thing. You come across as unemotional.
It's just Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
So what you want to do, you want to make
very
eye contact with someone on specific points, and then
now they're doing body language. They got body language experts.
He's going to be doing some self-touching, pacification, making himself feel
pacification
better.
really
look for genuine remorse.
What is he going to suck on the nipple of a hooker?
About what's happened.
Let's look at some of the past mea culpas that we've had in our news. The first one is our former
sleight of hand right there.
When he apologized.
There's some sleight of hand you're saying. You're seeing magic tricks.
To every New Yorker.
And I guarantee if you find something that's talking about the IRS guy, he's just a mental case, and that's what he is.
Patrice, 8 TVs on. Every once in a while I see the shot of the building on fire, but I don't see them sitting down with experts.
They're not discussing,
or anybody. I'm sure they did a little discussing on Fox News last night.
But not in
and CNN and MSNBC, but
not on a level of what was affecting him that he did this. They don't delve into it. Like I said,
just broad strokes, right?
6 pages that this guy wrote that was pretty concise and understandable. It wasn't a rambling diatribe. I understood everything that was written there. It wasn't like my dog was talking to me. Satan told me to do this. Fucking, it made sense. It was his story from the time he was in high school till the time he said, goodbye, I'm fucking crashing my plane into a building. All in between was his life and how disgusted he was at American people for just being sheep, and how he bought into it, and then how disillusioned he got when time and time again he just got fucked in the ass. What? And then it's like, I had no problem understanding what he was writing. Why? I'm not flying a plane into a fucking building, but I understood his writings.
They basically label us as shock jocks. Why are we talking about this way more than any fucking newsreader today?
This is shocking.
It's unbelievable. I mean,
because they don't want to.
And A-Rod also had
A-Rod. Throw A-Rod in.
It had to do with steroids.
My cousin started telling me.
The White House also said, and they put this out so quickly, this is not a terrorist event. Don't worry, it's not terrorism. Now, hold on.
I see, Patrice.
Here is a guy
I see what you're doing over there.
That is disgruntled
slow down a little bit.
with the United States government and decided to take violent action against the government because of his hatred, disillusionment, disenchantment, whatever. He is a terrorist.
But you know,
I'm not saying.
But the reason they're not is because they call it Big Sis now. They're not Big Brother. If people are not, they used to call it Big Brother. Now it's Big Sis because there's a woman that runs the show. She made priority one in terms of terrorism acts, but no one's talking about it. It's just in there. The crazy crackers in the hills.
Yeah.
Number one priority for the safety of this country are the crazy, the quote unquote, because I'm saying quote unquote because I'm not buying into it. Is these guys in the hills who just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
Those guys are the next guys. This is perfect for them to muscle those dudes, like not even what was Ruby Ridge,
right? Yeah.
Not necessarily David Waco, but that was one of those things where they make us go, this is a fucking kook. But here's the thing: 30 million black folks, right? Okay, very difficult for me to go. Yeah, this guy with his fucking Crocodile Dundee hat and his and his fucking cross eye. I'm on his side. See, that's why the racial game has to go on.
Right.
Because if you're going up there fucking with these crazy crackers in the hill who have cults, and we don't apply mind thinking to that this is all a setup because the government doesn't want us to really be upset.
It's a divide and conquer kind of a thing, too. There's strength in numbers, so the more you can put people into categories and divide them up, the less they're going to get together and band together and go, we're getting fucked here.
That's why everybody, and don't get this twisted, anybody, I do not support us being together.
Yes, me
because
neither.
Anybody who has any charisma that could galvanize people to think and come together for a common good in history gets fucking smoked. Starting with Jesus. Gandhi, smoked. Lincoln, free the slaves, smoked.
Yep.
Malcolm X, when he was hating white folks, wonderful life he was living. When he went and found out white people were like Muslim like him and he was rethinking it, get your hand out my pocket, nigga. Smoked. Martin Luther King, smoked. Gandhi, smoked.
Yeah.
Fucking Donald Rumsfeld lives a wonderful life.
Anwar Sadat, fucking shaking hands with Menachem Begin.
Smoked. Bringing people together.
What kind of cigarettes?
Nigga.
Fucking lead cigarettes. Fucking leadies. They call them leady non-filters.
Dead.
Dead.
Sorry for all the fucking crackers in the hills that I'm trying to relate to. He was murdered.
All right, listen, we're going to take a break. And we'll move on to other things, but we'll keep this topic on the table today, right?
Yeah, it's a biggie.
You want to go to break with an outtake from the We Are the World recording session from yesterday?
Oh, why wouldn't we?
This is our distraction to make you forget about all the money that the government's taking.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We're no better than anyone else.
We'll just distract you.
The behind the scenes videos up on my YouTube channel, Opie Radio, whatever. The video that's really hot today is fucking read this palm. Read this. What the fuck is it again?
Read this palm, you gypsy bitch.
You gypsy bitch, which is right on the front page of wwtdd.com. It's the video with the commentary from the show yesterday, starring Patrice O'Neal. It's great if you haven't seen it yet. But first, a little behind the scenes action from the We Are the World recording session. Comic duo Pat from Menaki reacts to Sam and E-Rock talking quietly. Sandy King gets excited about Diet Pepsi. Just some of the babble that was happening in between takes yesterday.